Easiest 50 you ever scored, Dame?
I don't think no 50 is ever easy, man. I think it was just similar to my other 50-point games. Just I didn't play in the fourth quarter. Typically in my career, every time I come off a bad shooting night, the way I shot last night, I shoot the ball better. And tonight, I think it was that mixed with a certain level of aggressiveness and urgency with us needing to win this game. So I just felt good. They went under a bunch of pick and rolls in the first quarter, and I was able to get some clean looks and see the ball go in. And then, I think for any shooter, they feel like if you get some clean looks and see the ball go in, then the tough ones start to go in. Then the bigs start to come up higher to the perimeter, and then that takes away the rim protection, and I think that was pretty much just how it happened.
Dame, aside from being in a groove early, it looked like your body language and your kind of mindset was really determined, more so than usual.
I mean, I'm always determined, and I'm always locked in. I take the game really seriously all the time. And, I think tonight, like I said, it was, after a big win for us last night at home, coming on the road and the back-to-back, we come here and we always have letdowns in Sacramento. And they play really hard. They compete. When you come to somebody else's floor and let them get confidence, and they already a tough, grinded out, competitive team, whether, wins or losses, is a setup for a letdown. And my mentality was just come in and be aggressive, force the issue, and just try to impose my will in as many ways as possible, and just make sure that we came out on top tonight, because I had a certain feeling about this game that we just had to have it.
Zach scores the rebound basket, and they're within one in the third quarter. Then you guys go on a 17-0 run. Was that kind of that case in point that, hey, I need to lead this?
I didn't look at it like I needed to lead it. I just knew that I needed to control the game at that point. And it didn't necessarily mean scoring. The ball just went in. I was being aggressive and the ball went in, but it was a few plays in transition where they came down at us, get a hand on the ball, come down, get a layup, come down, swing, screen, just make the right play, hit a three. And the lead, I remember it was at 1, and then it went right back to like 7 real quick. And we made winning plays in that spurt. And I think from that point on, we just we ran with it. We continued. We made play after play after play on both ends of the floor, and we just stretched that lead out.
You guys were finally able to close it. That was kind of the message last night, right?
Yeah, it's the NBA. It's a game of runs. Guys are talented and guys are competitive. So you're gonna have nights like last night where the lead, teams shrink that gap, and they make a push, and that's what happened last night. But what's most important is finishing it, being able to weather those storms, and I thought we did a good job of that last night. And then you have nights like tonight where you're just a little bit sharper. I think we had like a 22-point lead or something like that, and then it went down to like 13, and then we kind of managed it from there, and they started hitting threes. Sometimes that's going to happen, but I thought we kept them at a pretty good distance and managed the game pretty well to put them away.
Dan, Terry had you said to check in with about 4.5 left, and you guys made some plays and you sat out. Is there something cool about 50 in less than 30 minutes? Even though you could have maybe had a shot at your career high or even 60.
Is
there something cool about
it?
The 50 and 30?
I saw we was up 20, and I was like, okay, if we keep this lead, there's really no reason to go back in there. I'd rather have a 50 and 29 minutes with some character than go out there and chase 60. And I feel like that's bad karma. I feel like I have plenty of opportunities to do that. But he told me if this league gets to about 13, you're going to go back in the game. And as soon as he said it, they hit a three and then cut the lead to 13. And he was like, all right. So I went to the scores table, and then we answered it right back. Baz hit a three. Then we got to stop and got fouled. By the time there was a stoppage, it was no point in going in the game. So we looked at each other, and we both agreed that it was probably best to not go in.
Damian, is there any time in your early in your career when somebody dropped 40 or 50 points on you and you had to say, hey, look, I can't be having this tonight because he had a good game, but you were unstoppable?
I don't think I think my third year in the league, Kyrie had 50 on us in Cleveland.
55,
And I took it personal, even though I wasn't guarding the majority of the game. I took it personal. But I think it's just something about being young. As a young player in this league, people got on me about my defense all the time. And I think it takes time to learn the terms and to learn coverages and players' tendencies. And it's experience in this league that allows you to become a better defender. So it's not really on the guy or his fault when he's young. It's a lot of ways that you can be manipulated as a young player, and I feel like that's what happened to me at times. De'Aaron, he competes hard, he plays hard, he's competitive. A bunch of guys guarded me. It wasn't just all on one person, and that's also something about this league is anytime you're playing against a guy that gets hot or a guy that's an elite scorer, it takes a group, a team defense that slows guys down. It's hardly ever just one guy.
I think kind of an interesting subplot with you guys right now is what Maurice has given you.
Yeah.
It's kind of re-entered the equation. How do you see that playing out over the last couple months?
He's huge for us, and we get those type of, the sprint backs, the blocks, the deflections, the finishing at the paint, the offensive rebounds, knocking down open threes. And you get that from Mo, we're a completely different team. And when I was hurt, he got in. He was in the rotation, and he was impacting the game the same way. So I think with him, it's just a matter of opportunity. It seems like every time he's gotten the opportunity, he's produced and given us something. So, I literally get excited when I see him doing those things. And I'll be the first guy to tell him all the time, we need you like this all the time. If we can get you like this all the time, nobody else on our roster can do what you do. What you bring to the table is you're the only guy that can do it. So, I literally get excited seeing him doing the things that he's doing.
Yeah. Back to your 50-point game, and this is your fourth. Is this the favorite of the four? Or is 59 still?
59 is the favorite.
Yeah.
I like the Golden State one right after the All-Star break and against the best team in the league. But the 59 came, in the middle of us making a push for the playoffs in a big game. I think the moment of that one will always just be a little more special.
You played against De'Aaron Fox a few times this year. Have you seen any progression in this game thus far?
You get comfortable, a little more comfortable as the year goes on, and you improve. Like I said, experience, man. The more you play, the more comfortable you get. You see and feel things out a little better, and you become a better player. So he's gotten better.